Top of the morning to you. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to SIBZ, West Coast, East Coast siblings. Today we got episode 11 of Survive. So we're going to talk about the three biggest takeaways. As always, there was a lot of symbolism in this episode. So be sure to subscribe and click the bell as episodes are coming out daily. Let's dive in. Before we get started, I want to make you aware of kind of an overall theme of the episode, which is Jane finding that reason, finding that will to live independently of anyone or anything else. So with that being said, big takeaway number one, this is the first episode where Jane finds herself alone, having to navigate the wilderness by herself. She's beaten, she's bruised, she's distressed, but she's very determined. And then, of course, she runs into the wolf, which I think is symbolic of a lot of things. But through the episode, we'll see that she defeats the wolf, and she does it with the same glass that she had reserved to take her own life after the plane crash. What's interesting is I don't think a single word was said by her in the entire episode, but you could just tell by the music and by her face and by the journey she went through is she was finding her will to live during that journey and in that confrontation with the wolf, where at any point she could have given up, but because of the people she knew, right, she knows she's fighting for Paul, but now you could see that there was a little bit of a fight in her for herself. So we definitely got to see that growth in that moment when she defeats the wolf. Moving on to big takeaway number two, she's beaten and bruised, guys. She has an injury to her arm, she's bleeding out, she's tired and fatigued, she just had that duel with the wolf. She comes to a clearing and she's holding the pocket watch her dad gave her, and the water knocks her over and she drops the pocket watch. She doesn't even think twice. It was in her hand and now it's gone, but she's so determined at this point. Of course, guys, this is symbolic once again. She becomes in that moment even independent of her past and of her family tree, and the self-harm that happened there. While the pocket watch was a gift from her father, it also became a crutch, reminding her of where she comes from, and I think in her mind ultimately where she was going to end up. But because she released that, she let that go, I think she has a chance to move forward now. Finally, guys, big takeaway number three, she comes to a road, the first human-made thing we've seen really since they left the plane crash. And you could tell this was such a moment of achievement for her, not just in the physical journey that it took to get there, but just in her fighting for her life on her own, where there was no Paul there. There was no rehab center pushing her to keep trying, to keep going, to fight another day. And so through determination, she was finally able to get that small victory. So it's likely that somebody will find her on the road at this point. That's kind of where the episode leaves her character, but just the journey is so much more than what she did physically navigating the wilderness. So yeah, guys, let me know what you thought of this episode. I thought there was a lot more going on behind the scenes and symbolically than what actually physically took place in the episode. I'd love to chat it up with you guys down below, so be sure to leave a comment. That's going to do it for our three biggest takeaways from Survive episode 11, guys. A really good one. Be sure to leave a like if you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. Of course, episodes come out every day, and I think we might be wrapping up Survive tomorrow, so be sure to stick around for that. If you want more Quibi, we got you covered already. 2 more shows, links to everything will be down in the description below. Also, if you're feeling awesome, follow our sister channel. The Lotta Quinte Ledger's got more Quibi content, as well as a whole bunch of other content that we do over there on that channel, so lots of fun stuff down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.